Alrighty, we are about to ready. Congratulations on being the first person named Nick to say first. Well done, sir. Well, a few changes for Hanwha. Again, they have all the teams have a doubleheader today, which means a lot of the older guys will not play. They'll play both games, but they won't uh do their regular stuff on both games. So Cheon Sung is not over at first. Instead, Kim Tae Yeon is over at first. I assume that Cheon Sung will play first in the second game. You have Ito Yoon over at short again since Shimu Jun is injured. He's starting at shorts. Wang Young Mook at second. Moon Hyun Bin in left to so I have to imagine that Moon Hyun Bin will go into DH for the second game. Chan Sung will play it first. I mean, we'll kind of see what happens there. So, the best pitcher in the KBO on the mound for Hanwha today, Ponce, has just been nothing short of spectacular for Hanwha. As the first pitch is right down the middle, and we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Che Ji Hoon leads things off for SSG. And the second pitch is right past him at 154, and it's 0-2. So Ponce, last time he did play them, he ended up with 12 strikeouts in 7 innings. They hit a .048 against them, as that is going to be another strikeouts. 12 strikeouts in the first game and one on 3 pitches so far today. Oh, that's the one thing to watch is definitely the strikeouts. He did go around and one down. A thing to notice, to note that's in that the series or the game that Ponce pitched, they did not have Heredia. They did not have McBroom or Che Jung. So slightly different here. But offensively, SSG is still one of the worst teams in the league. It probably is not going to be much better today with Ponce on the mound. He hasn't pitched as well in his last few games. In terms of strikeouts and walks, he's walked quite a few in his last 3 games. As that is a foul away, and it's 1-2 now. So two walks, 4 walks in his last 3 games, 9 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, and 5 strikeouts. So not been pitching as well in his last few starts. So we'll see what happens today. And the 1-2 pitch catches him looking at the top of the zone, and that is a 2 away. I expect a lot of Ks on the day, ladies and gentlemen. And he had 12 in 7 innings against them last time. Gave up 1 hit in that game. Did walk 3, though, as that is way up high, and it's 1-0. Oh, Che Jung hitting 262 on the season. Again, he's only been playing for a few weeks, but already has 7 home runs on the season. I believe he's hit a home run in his last 3 games, and that's a swing and a miss there, 1-1. Yeah, I mean, he's only played in a handful of games. That's ridiculous. Was yeah, actually, yeah, home run in his last 3 games. Only has 4 hits in his last 3 games, but 3 of them have been the souvenir variety. Yeah. So he's 12 games, 7 home runs. And there we go. The stat I just talked about comes up on your screen. KBS is going to have to get their broadcast back together. As here comes a swing and a miss at the top of the zone, and that's Three up, three down, three Ks. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Well, it's zeros unless you're talking about strikeouts. 600 strikeouts coming is, I think, what you meant to say, Kiwi. Just read an article today talking about how there was scouts already in Korea looking at Ponce. Well, that's a backwards case, so no. We'll see what happens here, though. Hanwha does not usually hit well against left-handed pitching. They did hit against Kim Kwon-hyun. They did hit well against him in the one game that he pitched earlier this year. They did not hit well against him last year. Kim Kwon-hyun does also pitch much better on the road. ERA of 4 on the season, but an ERA of 2.30 at or on the road. So apparently, he needs a new bed or something and get him a little hotel bed in his apartment because he's definitely pitching much better on the road. So we'll see what happens here. I don't know, man. Did you start the rumor? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he has pitched better in his last few games. That is a swing and a miss at the top of the zone and its own one. Kim Tae-yeon getting the start at first since Chae Sung is DHing. Also, the start up at the top of the lineup. Well, it was understood. You were saving yourself the typing because it was an understood word. As that is going to be a ground ball. That's going to be tough to play. The pitcher grabs it and throws, and no one away. A little grounder to the back to the pitcher is I think if he was a right-handed pitcher, it might have been a little bit harder, but being a lefty, he's all right. Kim Wan Hyun walking a little bit around the back of the mound. He is winded or something for having to run to the ball, I guess. Welcome, Mary Kate. All righty, here we go. Florial steps in and looks at ball one up high. 1-0. And that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman grabs it, throws to Kim Kwon-hyun, who makes a jump, holds up in the air like Michael Jordan, comes down with it on the base for out number 2. He just hung up in the air, being like Mike. Yeah, doubleheader, no extra innings today. He's had to run twice to field the ball so far today, and he looks gassed. A little in-season conditioning sounds like what he needs. that brings up Moon Hyun Bin, who looks at ball one up high also. Moon Hyun Bin still hitting 305 on the season, a career high so far with 7 home runs. And he fouls that one away, and it's 1-1. Moon Hyun Bin getting the start and left. So he is in his 2+ years in Hanwha, he's DH'd. He's played second, he's played center, he's played right, he's played third, and he's played left. Is that is a foul, and it's 1-2 now. Dun, 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 dun. And waits on that one, lifts it into center field and over to make the catch is the center fielder. A 1-2-3 goes Hanwha. They hit the ball fairly well, but nothing to show for it. And we'll go to the second inning. Zeros everywhere. Oh yes, and he has danced with the biggest fan, Hanwha's biggest fan. Cannot forget that. No, a pretty good inning there for Kim Hwan Hyun. This this ain't meatloaf. I mean, it was it. Was it a night? Was it a night game or a day game? Thought it was a day game. Ah, it's so tough to decide. No, since you are such an avid goer during the week now. Never know if it's a weekday or weekend. All right, here we go. The top of the second inning. 11 pitches for Ponce, 3 strikeouts. Han Yu Som will lead things off. And that is outside. Ball one. Yes. The hardest ticket to get in the league is a Hanwha ticket, as that is in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Doesn't matter if it's a home game or an away game. Difficult to get tickets to them. As that's a big swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. How many strikeouts can he get? 282 in the month of May for the right fielder. Goes upstairs, but he doesn't chase. And it's 2-2. Looks like DeGrom. Use some. As that is in the dirt. And we've got our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. As far as Ponce's innings, obviously he has a bad inning. Well, a not as great inning. It would be the second inning. Opponents are hitting 257 against them in the second inning. As that misses outside, and that will be a leadoff walk. So opponents hitting a 257 against them in the second inning. And outside of that, it's got to get to the fifth inning before he starts to really give up any runs. Fifth inning and seventh inning are the only innings he's given up a homer. He'll face McBroom, the temporary replacements for Heredia. I still have not heard any news on Heredia as that curveball misses way up high, and it's 1-0. So the as far as pitches, Ponce mainly throws four pitches. Fastball is going to be most of the time, 46% of the time. Off of that, he has three pitches that he really works well. Is that is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Uh, a slider, a changeup, and a curveball are all around 12 to 15% of the time. So you can't just sit on one or two pitches. He is very deliberate in the fact that he is throwing multiple different pitches. Is that was up high and just gets the corner as McBroom's not able to catch up with it. He is on one of the hardest throwers in the league, averages 151 with his fastball. Maybe you. I don't. All right. As the 1-2 is fouled away and it stays 1-2. There are plenty of people in this chat that partake in the wagers of the baseball game. As SSG brought their fans. Interesting note: the that's SSG cheerleader is in the dirt. The SSG cheerleader that is in the front is actually a professional. Yeah, she's yeah, she's a professional bikini model, I think. She's like an yeah, I don't know. She's a pro bodybuild, not bodybuilder, but a bikini model, I think. As that is a foul or lifted up, right fielder under it and one away. She's also been around for I don't know. I know she's the oldest cheerleader in the league. She's like mid 30s, upper 30s. All right, that brings up Che Janu as he looks at a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 242 on the season for the right fielder. Swing and a miss, and that's is 0-2. I remember I went to a game a couple years ago, uh, and it was a Saturday game because there was fireworks. And I remember they after the game before the fireworks, they always announce the like the cheerleaders introduce themselves and say all this stuff or whatever. Swing and a miss there, and another strikeout, a fourth strikeout on the day. Is they cannot keep up with this ball. I know she like introduced herself and like the entire stadium started cheering more than they cheered for any play during the entire baseball game. All righty, we've got a two down, and that's a beautiful curveball in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone as An Sang Hyun steps in. 314 on the season for the third baseman. It has just been a revolving door over at third base on the season for SSG as he fouls that up. Two home runs. He gave up a solo shot to uh, Iju Hyung against Kyum last week. Yeah. And then he gave up another home run. I don't know who it was to earlier, probably to Wisdom, as the 0-2 swing and a miss and another strikeout. 5 strikeouts through 2 for Ponce. And we go to the bottom of the second. He is ridiculous. They get a leadoff walk, but then they do absolutely nothing, just like SSG does all season. They're just so bad with runners on base. He did throw 18 pitches there with that full count, so that's always good. He's really not throwing a lot of strikes. He's throwing strikes because they're swinging and missing, but they're swinging and missing at pitches that are not strikes. So I wonder if there's going to be a bit of an adjustment to get that pitch count up. Obviously, both teams have fully rested bullpens after nobody played yesterday. But elsewhere around the league, KT's up 2-0 quickly against LG. A couple of walks and then some hits behind that. Able to score some runs. Cume's up 1-0 against Deuce-On, and the other games are tied at zeros. So, yeah, he is not going to be here next year. I imagine he will be headed to the MLB next year. Again, like I said, I saw a article already about talking about how the MLB scouts have already come to Korea. All right, so No Shiwan steps in and looks at the ball way over the zone, and it's a 1-0. By the way, Nick, your perfect game for Ponce is done. I hate to tell you, as the 1-0 is ripped but foul, and it's 1-1. We can't have a double perfect game. That would be ridiculous. A double perfect game tie game, as that is fouled back, and it's 1-2. We could have double no hitters. He in his last 5 games, he has given up 9 total hits. Alrighty, the 1-2 pitch to No Shiwan and grounded foul, and stays 1-2. Yeah, I got it. Don't worry. I'm waiting on that Mookie air. No Shiwan 167 in his last series. And that is going to be a liner to right field and 1 away. He has walked quite a few more. Yeah, the biggest worry I would have if I was a Hanwha fan would be in a close game, that infield trying to do too much. All right, Cheon Sung looks at just strike 1, and it's 0-1. Cheon Sung rocking the, I guess those are Oakley Frog lenses or something, is Jung Jin Jae didn't hit his growth spurts, and that will be a single into right field. He tried to time it, but he just ain't got no jumps. And the first hit of the game comes from the Capitan. Yeah, only second baseman that was probably catching that would have been Go Sung Min for LG. or for Lotte. As a swing and a miss by Eugene Young, and that's 0 1. Eugene Young down to 309 on the season. Uh, Concern for Hanwha fans is it did he have his moments as in the month of May is slowly dropping that average down as that's inside and it's 1 and 1. Again was up at 350 not too long ago, but only two hits in the Doosan series. Alrighty, the 1-1 pitch that's up right down the middle, and that's going to be a rolled over shortstop with an air, throws to seconds, not in time, and that's will be an E6. And they've now got runners on first and second. That was an inning double play. It did not hop like he thought it was going to. He was expecting a little bit bigger of a hop. It did not, and that error is going to be costly. That brings up Ito Yoon. Again, Pak Song Han is usually, or Pak Song Han is usually one of the best defenders in the league. Oh, Ito Yoon steps in. That ground does look a little dry. As the 0 is outside, but he swings and misses, and it's 0 1. Kim Guan Hyun is ran into issues with unearned runs. A that's been a massive, massive thing for him. Is that is in the dirt, and it's a 1 and 1. Last game he pitched in, he's 7 innings and 96 pitches, only gave up one run. It was on a home run. Only hit he gave up the whole game. The game before that against LG, he went 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, but they were all unearned. As that is in there for a strike, and it's 1 and 2. So this SSG defense, not very good. As the 1-2 is he lifts that one into right field. It's not very deep. As Cheon Song is not going to be able to tag up, and that will be 2 away. That brings up the brick wall himself, Mr. Che Jae Hoon. Ito Yoon, and now flirting with the old Mendoza line. And infield dirt looks awful. All right, JJ Hoon steps in, hitting a 290 on the season. Almost gets hit in the face as he dives into the ground. And it's a 1 0. Oh, it did hit him. It hit him. That's what I said. It hit him. That brings up Wong Young Mook now with a chance with the bases loaded. There's Kiwi. All right, so Wong Young Mook steps in. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0 1. Big set right here for Hanwha. The air giving them extra life. Should have been an easy 6-4-3 double play, but here we go. The 0-1 just misses outside, and it's 1-1. All right, Wong Young Mook, 259 on the season, so they move him down in the lineup as he fouls that off, and it's 1-2. Historically, he's only hitting, leading the league in batting average in the last few weeks. All right, so the 1-2 pitch, and did he go? He did not. We'll check the old replay. They both thought he went. They were halfway to the dugouts. Oh yeah, he definitely went. As Hanwha once again gets a break. And the 2-2 doesn't matter there. He just wanted the backwards K as Hanwha leaves them loaded. And we'll go to the third inning. It's zeros everywhere in Deja. Wow. Leaving the bases loaded as they go 0 for 3 with runners on base. 안녕하세요. All right. 29 pitches there for Kim Kwan Hyun after a much pretty decent first inning. A lot of extra pitches there in that inning for Kim Kwan Hyun. Will it come back as an extra nine? Nope, an extra 6 pitches. Work out. Ah. Oh, mom. Why you got to be in my pictures? How am I supposed to post this to the Instagrams? The hairline? Yeah. It is hot in my apartment right now. 24 degrees in my apartment right now. That's ridiculous. Is it already freaking summer here? All right, so Ponce back out on the mound, having himself quite the start as he misses inside, and it's 1-0. Get right on that, Mary Kate. All right. As that is low also, and it's 2-0. I'm gonna have to get another fan going here during break. And the 2-0 just nips the corner, and it's 2-1. Where is my remote? I have way too many remotes. And the 2-1 up high, 3-1. I said that even though he was striking guys out, he wasn't really throwing strikes. I wonder if they'll make an adjustment. And the 3-1 is in there for a strike on the outside. And it runs the counts full. Second full count of the day for SSG as they walked to lead off last inning. And the 3-2 pitch ripped right to Kim Tae-yeon that grabs it, steps on the bag, and that's one away. Brings up the old number 9 hitter, Shin Bum Soo. I believe he was brought up today to take over. 3-0. Pak Seung is pitching for Lotte. I almost did that game, but I'm going to do their game tomorrow. All right. Kim Bum Soo, as that's or Shin Bum Soo, as that is ball one up high, 1-0. 167 on the season for the backup catcher, as the 1-0 misses inside, and it's 2-0. No second game. Last week I did a second game, and nobody watched. So, yeah, as that is a swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Yeah, it's absolutely draining to talk for and prep for 8, 9 hours. Nope. As the 2-1, a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Nobody watches. It's because there's no betting on it. If I was going to do a second game, it would be this one because it should be Anderson versus Weiss, as the 2-2 is ripped foul and it stays 2-2. Last week you couldn't. A lot of people came by trying to find out why you couldn't, but because they don't announce the starters until like 15, 20 minutes before the game starts. Everybody said there was nothing on them. I got just too much stuff to do anyway. As that's another swing and a miss. Strikeouts number 6. And they roll the lineup back over. Yeah. If so, I would do a double header if there was a 2 o'clock game and then a 5 o'clock game that wasn't part of a doubleheader, as that's a swing and a miss. Oh, Che Ji-hoon struck out in his first at bats, and here comes the 0-1 pitch, swinging and fouls it off, and it's 0-2. It's an excellent question. And here comes the 0-2, swing and a miss on a pitch that almost hits him. And that's will be strikeout number 7. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. It's zeros everywhere. Good Lord. All right. Hanwha will also have the top of the lineup coming up. and he just struck out, and he only threw two. He only threw one strike. Is Samsung going to score some more? What is the deal? Samsung scoring on the road? That's absurd. Cue him up 1-0 against NC. Is NC has, I believe, the first pitcher that is going to well, Barnes was removed because of injury, so technically I wouldn't count him. The first pitcher that is going to be released, I have to feel that it's going to be NC's Logan. All right. Well, leading things off for Hanwha, back to the top of the order with Kim Tae-yeon. A little swunt in his first at-bats. 29 pitches for Kim Hwan-hyun, 20 in that second inning, and that's his just up high, 1-0. As the 2-3, or the, I said 2-3, because he's hitting 237, as the 1-1 is in there for strike, and it's a 1-1. He is a rounder feller, I believe. 105, so about 230, 240, as that is outside, 2-1. And the 2-1 is going to be a single right back up the middle, and the leadoff hitter does his job. And that's the second hit of the day for Hanwha. He's listed at 105. I don't know how to believe this. He's listed at 186 centimeters, which is like 6'2" or 6'1". No, 6'2" and 105. I thought he was like 5'10", as that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Florial, a 3-1 ground out in his first at bats, 0 for 1 on the day, average hitting at 270 now on the season. And here comes, nope, toss over as Kim Tae-yeon quickly steps over. As the throw is out. Did he? I think he got him on the leg. It was not a good throw. A good throw gets him easily. As the throw definitely would have beat him there, but it was so far up the first base, towards first base bag. That did they get him on the leg is the question. Yeah, I think he's out. They got to have a better angle than that, though. Did they touch him? Did he miss him? Again, the throw, if the throw was halfway decent, he's out by a mile. But the throw was so bad. Speaking of ghosts, who's the headless man running the camera over there for KBS? Yeah, it's there's no good angle. There's no good angle that shows space between the glove and the leg is the issue. Emotionally, emotionally, that's like emotionally for a guy. Is that like a friendly emotional between guys to between bros? We are gonna now use that emotionally as Florio files that away, and it's stays 0-2. All right, Florio still looking for his one hit of the game. SSG should use these hats. These hats are way better than the hats that they use. And that is in the dirt. He doesn't go, and it's 1-2. Thanks, Mary Kate. Well, if you need any cameras, let me know. I got a few. As here comes the 1-2 is lifted, but foul. Go treasure hunting at Bowman's. All right, the 1-2 sets up way outside, runs it in, pops it up, catcher in foul territory, and that's one away. Big out there is now the stolen base means way less. That's the original name for it was Treasure Mountain. Bull Mool is treasure. All right, Moon Hyun Bin steps in. He lined out to right field, and the first pitch is fouled away 0-1. All righty, here comes the 0-1 pitch, and outside 1-1. I'm a Moon Hyun Bin. Oh, I'm a Moon Hyun Bin. All righty, the 1-1 pitch slaps the ground. He throws it there, but it's low, and it's 2-1. Good to see him finally in a uniform and not that hoodie. As the 2-1 pitch coming up. Kim Tae-yeon over at second base. And that catches the outside corner. And it's 2-2. That's got to be hot, though. Has got to be hot. Wearing a hoodie in that. I'm I'm putting air conditioning in the dugout whenever I take over. As the 2-2 is a swing and a miss, and a strikeout there is a big one. A second strikeout of the day, out number 2. And that brings up. Well, we know he could be in whatever he wanted to because he doesn't even high five players. Doesn't do anything except sit there with his stopwatch. So again, that should be out number 3 after the bad throw by the catcher. That is a ripped foul, and it's 0-1. No Shiwan flew out to right in his first at bats, lined out to right, I guess. All right, the 0-1 pitch. He says throw it hard. He does, but it's way inside, and it's 1-1. Catchers are so animated in the KBO. They would be ripped apart in any other league. In his career, he's hitting 313 against Kim Kwon-hyun. Does have 1 home run against him. As here comes the 1-1 pitch, and it's a ripped foul. And no 1-2. Might have broke something there. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Just misses, and it's 2-2. All righty, we've got a 2-2 count now. No, she won 0 for 1 on the day, and that is in the dirts. And ball 1, the first full count of the day for Hanwha. They've now got that pitch count up to 49. It's important. Again, there's the lady that was across the aisle from me last year. And the 3-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and he throws it in the dirts. And that will be the first walk of the day for Hanwha to go with their hit by pitch earlier. And that brings up Cheon Sung. Oh, and now you've got an extra 6 pitches so far in this inning because of bad throw by the catcher. Cheon Sung versus Kim Kwon Hyun, doing okay. Could do better. He's only hitting 1,000. But he only has 1 home run in those 3 at bats. 1 for 1 on the day, singled back in the second, moved over to second base on the air, but then was left over at third after the hit by pitch. Making a case for his full time position at DH, as that is way up high. 1-0. That is popped up, but gets out of play, and it'll be 1-1. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch, maybe. All right. Nope. We check over at second. He's barely in. As Kim Tae-yeon is missing a button from all of his sliding. And the 1-1 is a foul to straight back, and it's 1-2. Good pickoff there. Elsewhere around the league, all the other games have some runs. So is it time to finally get some runs here? You got two of the worst offenses in the league. One of them is facing the best pitcher in the league, and the other one is not. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch as he pops it foul once again. Pitch count is a climbing. 55th pitch of the game coming up. 9 in the first inning, 20 in the second. And so far, 25 here in this inning after what I would call a throwing error by the catcher. As the 1-2, he rolls over, but it's foul. Key is up 3-0 now as Chae Young-woo hits a 2-run shot off of Cole Irvin. Lots of Doosan fans calling for Cole Irvin to be released after, I guess he pushed the coach and Yang E.G. or something. I don't know, is the 1-2. He golfs that, but the center fielder will make the catch, and that will be 3 away. They leave another 2 on as they've left 5 on so far. We'll go to the 4th. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the video. He's no Michael. "27 pitches that inning." Again, so many extra pitches, probably 15 to almost 20 extra pitches now in this game because of the defense. So, leading things off for SSG and the yes, the Pyongyang Eagles. Maybe they're the Pyongyang Bears. Why does this do this all the time? All right, we've got the top of the fourth inning. No hits yet for Sam's or for SSG. Just a lowly walk, as that is a strike in there, and it's 0-1. Say already 7 strikeouts through 3 innings, as he is absolutely dealing. And the 0-1 throws it in the dirt, and it's 1-1. Yeah, again, he's struggled with command. He has not thrown a lot of strikes. If you were just to let the ball go into the zone, he's not throwing a lot of strikes. As the 1-1 is just catches the top of the zone there, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 swing and a miss. That's a strike number, not strike. That's a strikeout number 8, though, and I'm gonna have to get some more K's. I'm gonna have to go to the OK store, OK Mart. And a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. Shea Jung also struck out in his first at bats. The 1-2-3 hitters are 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. As the 0-1 lays off of it, and it's 1-1. All or nothing, man. At this point in his career, the 1-1 is lays off of that, and it's 2-1. What's up, AJ? Right to the 2-1 pitch, and he rips that. Wang Young Mook grabs it, throws to first in time. What a play by the shortstop. And that is 2 away. Diving back up the middle to snag it and then make the throw to first. I thought right there was Kiwi's 1 air on Wang Young Mook. Great defensive positioning. As one step, a dive up the middle, back to his feet quickly, and threw him out by about 4 steps. And Han Sung steps in. He walked in his first at bats. High scoring game, not at all. Zero chance of that. As that runs up and in, and it's 2-0. And that's in there at a strike on the bottom of the zone on the curveball. And it's 2-1. Dusan finally scored. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on ball 3, and it's 2-2. I don't know how you guys do it. The KBO is just way too unpredictable, way too crazy. As the 2-2 pitch pops him up, but it gets out of play and it stays 2-2. Yeah. That's why if I were to ever bet on KBO, it would always be just straight up. Was it Monday's game? Yeah. Tuesday's game is. That's a swing and a miss, and that's another strikeout. Strikeouts number 9, and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Still zeros though. Yeah, Doosan won. I mean, they swept Hanwha. 9 Ks through 4 innings for Ponce. Well, you didn't get to your 60 pitches. You got to 58s. It's 14. '17 is the all-time. Maybe that's a foreigner, Hanwha foreigner. The record is Ryun Jin. Yeah, 14 is the record for foreign pitchers. All right, stepping in is a big swing and a miss there by Eugene Young. Eugene Young 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded into an error. Yeah, I believe the record is 17. As the 1-1 misses low, and it's 1-2. Oops, wrong side. Alrighty, the 1-2 pitch, slapping the glove on the ground. He throws it outside, and that will be another strikeouts, third of the day for Kim Kwon Hyun, and one away here in the bottom of the fourth. Yeah, the Doosan scored one in the 11th. The third baseman that didn't catch the ball, it was the one that hit the got his first career RBI, as Ito Yoon looks at ball one way outside. I've never heard anything about it. As the 1-0 low, and it's 2-0. 206 on this season for the shortstop, and the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. The number 4 through 7 is absolutely ridiculous. As the 2-1, a swing and a miss at ball 3, and it's 2-2. As the 2-2 pitch, he slaps the bat at it and gets through on the left side, and that will be the third hit of the day for Hanwha. Trying to see what I mean, that didn't look. Everybody was like, "Oh, he's pushing him. They're shoving him." I thought it was going to be something way bigger than that. All right, Ito Yoon, and now on the bases. Will they let him run? Yeah. JJ Hoon steps in. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bats, then stranded on the bases. Yeah, definitely. As that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0 1. But I think that's more of a heat of the moment, pissed off at himself thing. As I thought it was way worse than what that video showed. All right. Oh yeah, I'm sure he did in the dugouts, but you know, as the 0-1 pitch checks over on Ito Yoon. You know how Koreans are very quick to jump down the throat of anything a foreigner does. Oh yeah, as the 0-1 is lifted into left field, going deep, deep, deep off the wall, and that is going to bring Ito Hyun around and scoring on the big double off the wall as Che Jae-hoon found his power stroke, ladies and gentlemen, and Hanwha takes the 1-0 lead. Wrong chat room, Mary Kate. I've got to get some more fans in here. I'm dying. 25 degrees now in my apartment. Wong Young Mook steps in. He struck out looking in his first at bats, looking to get himself a double. A double. He would need a double to score. As sets up on the outside, misses outside, 1-0. Wakandar, Wakandering. That's sounds like a awful name for a scary movie. And the 1-0 time, that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws over, and that's will be 2 away. But a productive out as he moves him over without having to bunt. And that's puts a runner on third with 2 outs in the top of the lineup coming back up. Oh, Kim Tae-yeon now comes up 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a stolen base in his last at bats. And 1-0. 243 now on the season. Again, season would have gone up much differently if the guy in the dugout wouldn't have taken him out of the top of the lineup to try to do some old school fast guy has to be at the top of the lineup crap. He should be up at the top of the lineup pretty simply, but lately he has hardly even been in the lineup. Yeah, the game two ones would be harder because they're the regularly scheduled game. As the 1-0 misses way up high and it's 2. I know. All righty, here comes the 2-0 pitch. A runner on seconds, and that is a popped up center fielder coming in under it, and that will be three away. But Hanwha gets one on a single and a double, and they take the early lead 1-0. I never gave SSG their rightfully earned error. Probably not. If they can't get Ponce on an off day, I don't really have a lot of faith in their ability to do much. Not that I mean Kim Kwon Hyun hasn't been pitching poorly. Uh, he's had bad defense that has cost him about 20 pitches. He should be around 55 pitches or so instead of 72 versus Ponce, who's obviously just absolutely pitching ridiculous today. But with that being said, the second worst inning he has is the fifth inning, which is coming up now. So if they're going to get to him, it's going to be this inning. Already 9 Ks through 4 innings for Ponce. 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. And McBroom looks at just strike one right down the middle. And it's 0-1. McBroom flew out to right in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day, 234 on the season as he looks at the slider that bounces into the dirt, and it's 1-1. 0 for 12 on the week for the temporary replacements. Have to imagine that his time is coming close to an end, as the 1-1 is a beautiful curveball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch way outside at 2-2. I wonder what's going to happen here. Are they going to? Obviously, they can't keep him. He's they have a 6 week limit for their replacement players. That's a swing and a miss and a strikeouts number 10. I am running out of space here. I've got room for 12, actually like 11.9. I'm gonna have to get real creative if as that's a strike in there again, and it's 0-1. 85 strikeouts on the season. Anderson, who should be starting the next game, is that's a swing and a miss there, and that's 0-2. Anderson, who should be starting the next game, is second in the league. Only 65 pitches through 4 1/3, though. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. It throws it in the dirt. As it, Che Jae-hoon might be hurt there as he threw his hand up to try to block that. And I think it hit off the dirt and into his hand. righty, here comes the 1-2 pitch as it's fouled straight back and stays 1-2. That's a if he were to get an award like the Che Dong Wan Award or something like that. I wonder if they would come up with a uniform if he doesn't re-sign. As the throw up high, 2-2. What are these announcers all like giddy for? It was obviously a a ball. Almost hit the guy in the arm. All righty, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Pitch number 69 of the game for Ponce. And swing and a miss. Strikeouts number 11. He is looking at that 17 strikeouts game. Yeah, that brings up the number 7 hitter, An Sang Hyun, who also struck out in his first at bat. As that is a strike right down the middle. Not 69 now. Sorry, Samantha. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Sorry, 2 outs there. And the 0-1 squares the bunt, and that's a ball, and it's 1-1. Ponce easily is a 100-plus pitch pitcher. 110 in his last game, 101, 109, 101. So he will pitch 100-plus pitches on the day. Is the 1-1 swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. He is one out away from filling my case, K. Joan. Those of you in the vertical chats, you have no idea what I'm talking about. As here comes the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Wonder what the 7 means behind his ear. The tattoo back behind his ear. He's gonna have to add a 1 to that if he strikes out 17. And the 2-2 is going to be a ground ball, and Wong Young Mook grabs, throws, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 1-0 Hanwha. Absolutely cruising for Ponce. "11, 18, 15, 14, 16 are his pitch counts. That's what happens when you don't, screw around with that whole, oh, it's an 0-2 count. We got to throw a pitch just off the zone trying to get him to chase. No, just go at him. Florial will lead things off for Hanwha, looking to extend their lead. Elsewhere, KT's up 4-2 against LG. LG is a runner on first in the bottom of the 4th, though. Doosan is slowly creeping back. They were down 3-0 to Kia, but it's now 2-3. Doosan also has runners on second and third with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Samsung comfortably up 4-0 against Lotte. And Kium up 1-0 against NC, but NC's got runners on first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. So it looks like this game and the Doosan Kia game are even on speed. So Florio leads things off for Hanwha. He is 0 for 2 on the day. And that's first pitch is outside 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch is popped up, center fielder under it, and that is one away. Brings up a Moonhyun Bin. Moonhyun Bin also 0 for 2 on the day. A fly out to center field, and then a strikeout in his last at bats. Hanwha with one hit with runners on base, and that was the RBI double by Che Jae-hoon last inning. They gave them the 1-0 lead. Other than that, they are 1 for 9 with runners on base, as that is off the handle, left fielder under it, and that's two away. As very quick outs here. Very, very quick outs here. Three pitches, two outs. And that's in there for a strike. Is Noshiwan had no desire to swing at a pitch because that would have been four pitches and three outs. As the 0-1 in the dirt and almost hits the umpire, but it's 1-1. So Hana on the day, 1 for 9 with runners on base. That is because, well, their one hit is, Che Jae-hoon. With runners in scoring position, they are 1 for 7. Is that's chopped into his foot, and it's 1-2 now. Kim Kwon-yeon is pitching well. I actually think he is pitching better than the 78 pitches, because again, 15 of those were extra pitches because of errors and bad throws. And the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-2. The slider is not being very effective right now. He throws the slider 40% of the time. He is one of the only players in the league that throws a slider more than any other pitch. And the 2-2. Way, way up is, I think that was supposed to be a curveball that definitely did not curve. All right, another full count here. Second full count for Noshiwan, but lifts that one. It will get outs of play as it bounces on the cheer stage, and we'll keep the 3-2 count. Noshiwan has the only Hanwha full count on the day. He walked in his second at bats. That was back in the third inning. And the 3-2 in the dirt, and he walks again with a full count. And that brings up Cheon Sung, who is hitting a 750 on the season against Kim Kwon-hyun. They've had runners in every inning except the first. All righty, here. Nope, they're going to check over on Noshiwan, who makes one step back into the bag. Noshiwan will steal a base here and there. He will steal a base here and there. Cheon Sung at 283 on the season from after his 1-for-2 day so far. Singled in the second inning as that is way outside, and it's 1-0. Singled in his first at bats, then was stranded on seconds, and then stranded on third. No hits after him. Then he flew out to center field back in the third inning with a runner on first and seconds. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Checks over on Noshiwan. clock the throw from the pitcher to the first baseman with a sundial. No need to get the stopwatch out. And now the 1-0 checks on him again. All right, the 1-0 as he fouls it away, and 1-1. Big inning here. Kim Kwon Hyun, whether he'll come back out, he should still come back out. And he's a guy that's going to throw about 90 to 100 pitches. So he would like to come back out sitting at the mid 80s, obviously. And the 1-1 is swing and a miss on a pitch that just catches the outside. And it's 1-2. Chan Sung asked the umpire, was it a strike? Of course, you swung at it. I really don't like the lettering on the new uniforms. I think it's very boring and cheap. Takes the throw over after he steps off. I like the outline where you have a contrasting color outlining the number. Yeah, that's the way every team has it. You have to have a contrasting color. Like white stands out enough, but that isn't it a navy? It's not even a black, right? It's a navy color, right? Is that makes it to 2-2 now. Yeah, is it a black or is it navy? They have that navy blue. They have like so many colors now. As the 2-2 is ripped, but foul. I like the back here of the SSG that makes it look like it's raised instead of just the flats lettering and numbering. You mean fries? All right, the 2-2 pitch checks over on first. Is that where the helmet fries are? All right, pitch number 88 of the game for Kim Kwon Hyun. As he grounds off to the shortstop, throws across, and that will be the end of the fifth. We will take a little bit of a break as once again Hanwha leaves another one on. We'll be back in a few. 안녕하세요. Megumi. All right. Ponce is still out there. Junjun J steps in. The number 9-8 hitter is swinging and a miss there. And it's 0-1. Ponce, 11 strikeouts through 5. And that is in there for another strike, and it's 0-2. All right. I added a fan during the break. Hopefully that'll cool me off and cool this apartment off a little bit. All righty. The 0-2 pitch goes up high, but blows it past him. And that is strikeout number 12. And so, what are we going to do here? And a swing and a miss there, and that's 0-1. I really have no idea what I'm going to do here. I mean, you have to. The guy's got an ERA, he's 7-0. And the 0-1 is a swing and a miss. 13 is his personal record in the KBO. And here comes the 0-2, swing and a miss, and that's strikeouts number 13. Let's see. What shall we do here? They're all on buttons. I can't, I don't have a choice. I don't want to change them too much because I have to change them back. Is that's a 1-1 count now. All righty, the 1-1 is swing and a miss there, and 1-2. We are back up at the top of the lineup. All righty, the 1-2 pitch number 84, and a swing and a miss once again, and that will be out number 3, strikeouts number 14. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. I'll try to figure something out. I really don't have any other options. I don't have any other options, ladies and gentlemen. I all I have left is backwards K's because he's so many strikeout swingings. So I think we're gonna have to go with some backward K's once he comes back out. Eugene Young will lead things off for Hanwha as they look to try to add to their lead. We'll see what happens as far as SSG. Will they bring back out Kim Kwon Hyun, who is at 88 pitches? 10 pitches that inning on the 3 strikeouts. So, or Ponce, 3 in the first inning, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and then 3 in the sixth. Puts him at 14 strikeouts on the day. Probably will still not get MVP even if Hanwha wins 1-0, because we know who's going to get the MVP. Oh, SSG, what will they do? Yeah, I wonder because I wasn't sure, like, because the screen I'm adjusting, I have different things on it than you guys can see, and I was wondering if you could see or what you could see. So yeah, we'll have to throw some backward Ks up there, as we should be coming back here. As Kim Kwon Hyun is still out there. The first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, kid, you got to get a backwards K in there, as that is outside, and it's 1-1. It's not like Kim Kwon Hyun has been pitching poorly either, though. Obviously, as it's just a 1-0 game, as that's misses low when it's 2-1. 90 pitches now for 91 pitches now for Kim Kwon Hyun. And the 2-1 pitch is going to be lifted into center field, and that's one away. Ito Yoon steps in. He had a single and then came around to score the one run so far in this game. 1 for 2 on the day. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Sorry about that. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's on 1. Meguming. 한국 사람이에요? 외국 사람. As the pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-2. You a Korean or a foreigner? Yiro warming up in the Kium or the SSG bullpen. He is also having a fantastic year with an ERA down below 1 as a reliever. Not the closer. Their closer is actually very good also. He just doesn't get very many opportunities. And the 0-2 in the dirts, and it's 1-2. Yesterday, as I took the subway home because of all the rain, the next stop, there was a Hanwha fans that got on with Hanwha uniforms. I guess I don't know what they were doing. Is That's filed away. The game was canceled early. Uh, I get off the stop right before most people do for the if they are going to the game. So, Kiwi, if you go to the game and you take the subway, which stop do you get on and off at? As the 1-2 is a swing into the front. The pitcher grabs it, and that is going to be a base runner. Not sure if they're going to call that an error. They should. Why do you go to Jungangno instead of Jungguchang? We'll see what they. That's right by my house. I mean, it saves you a trip. It saves you the bus stop. Seeing what I'm sure they're going to give him a hit as Che Jae-hoon steps in and looks at strike one there, and it's 0-1. All righty, the 0-1 pitch number 99, and it checks over at first. Che Jae-hoon. All righty, the 0-1 pitch may be coming up. And he pops it foul, and it's 0-2. 99 pitches now for the lefty. They give him an infield a single. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it away, and that will be pitch number 100. Yeah, I never take the bus. I obviously I don't take the bus since I live a few blocks from the stadium. But yeah, I would like even when I lived in like Dunsan and so like by City Hall, I would always get off at Jungucheng. There's just so many people at Jungu no that all righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch once again. Most he's thrown is 105 pitches, and that catches him looking at the pitch on the outside. Strikeouts number 4, and outs number 2 as that brings up Wang Young Mook. Backdoor slider freezes him. All right, Wang Young Mook steps in. He's a guy that will make you throw a lot of extra pitches. And a soft toss over to first. And another check over. And here we go. In there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 103 pitches now. Still got it. All righty, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Nope, we're going to have another check over at first. We've got to limit these, man. This is getting ridiculous. I'm saying still with the one sleeved jacket on. Got his glove in. And the 0-1 is outside 1-1. That's 104. Again, 105 is the most he has thrown on this season. That was in a loss to LG, where he pitched 6 innings and he gave up gave up 4 unearned runs. And here comes the 1-1 as he rolls over. That's going to be up the middle, and he grabs it and steps on the bag. And that's will be the end of the 6th. We'll go to the 7th. It's 1-0 Hanwha. Another over with runners on base. 0 for 2. They've left 8 on so far. They've again 5 hits, but lots of walks, hit by pitches. They've had 8 base runners so far. Sorry, 9 base runners. Obviously, 1 didn't come home. 5 hits, 3 walks, and 1 error. That should be it for Kim Kwon Hyun, who finishes his day at 105 pitches. SSG will have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up who are, well, doing as well as anybody. If you notice the second column in orange over there on your screen. Elsewhere, Samsung Samsung's up 5-0. Why would Keom sign Alcantara? Who are they going to get rid of? Puig? NC is up 2-1 against Keom. Kia is up 3-2 against Doosan, and then KT is up 4-2 against LG. Would have to be Puig, as he's hitting just barely above 200. All right, we are going to have to give him some non-correct strikeouts. Oops, not that one. Aha! There we go. Yes, the 0-2 pitch, check swing, a foul. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and another strikeout. He takes over the KBO record for a foreigner, as that's strikeout number 15. And I'm doing my best, guys. Again, I'm a one-man crew here. As that is another swing. That's all I got, man. These are all my backwards Ks. As that is way outside. Shea Jung did at least ground into an out, a 4-3 ground out in his last at bats. As here comes the 1-1, a swing and a miss on a pitch off the plate again. 91 pitches now for Ponce, 15 strikeouts. The KBO record is held by that guy right there, 17. As here we go, the 1-2 pitch fouled away, and it stays 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch sets up at the knees, and he catches him looking. That helps me out. Thank goodness. 16 strikeouts as he freezes him. One away from tying the KBO record. And did he go? He did not. As Hanwha Eagles looks, it's a ball 2 in the dirts. All righty, here comes the 2-0 pitch number 96 of the day for Ponce in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. You have to wonder how long they are going to let him throw. All right, the 2-1 ground ball. Wang Young Mook grabs it, throws in time, and that will be three away. Wang Young Mook, plenty of work over there at second base. We'll go to the bottom of the seventh. It's 1-0 Hanwha. Just absolute ridiculous pitching from Ponce. 15 strike, 15, 16. I don't even know anymore. Every time they hit it to him, I think it's going to be. 16 strikeouts so far for Ponce. You have to think, how long are they going to let him be out there? He's at 97 pitches at this point. Okay. So 97 pitches is important. He is a guy that is going to throw yeah. He's a guy that he threw 110 pitches in his last inning, last outing, 101, 109, 101, 98. Those are his last ones. He averaged, I think he might average over 100 pitches per game. So 100 is not the thing. It's the fact that he's going to have to pitch in 5 days. He is going to have to pitch uh, on Wednesday. So, yeah, I mean, he's sitting at 97. He is absolutely, obviously cruising as he struck out five straight there. Yeah, the other thing is, again, the uh, the zeros that are on your screen, and the fact that this is a double header makes me think that they would let him go a little bit longer. As Kim Kwon Hyun should be done. Yep, Iroun will come in to pitch now. So Iroun, 20 games, 19.1 innings, 1 win, 1 loss, 5 holds at a .93 ERA. And the first pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-1. Kim Tae-yeon is out there now, and the 0-1 held up, and it's 1-1. This is where the managers make the money. Obviously, he's still got his jacket on, so he's expecting to go back out. As that's is a ball, apparently. It looked like it caught the zone, but apparently not. And it's 2-1. And the 2-1, a little overreacting for the cameras, it looks like, is that's in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. All righty, the 2-2 pitch to Kim Tae-yeon, 1 for 3 on the day. And he rolls over, but it's foul, and it stays 2-2. So a 1-3 ground out in his first at bat, a single in his second with a stolen base, and then a fly out to center field in the fourth. And the 2-2 is looks at, ooh, ball three, just missed inside. And that will run the count full. Glad that they kept him down for so long, right? And the 3-2, did he go around? I don't think he did. He did not, and that is going to be a leadoff walk. And he is on base for the second time today. Will they let him stay on, or will they pinch run? They do let him stay over there on first. Florial hasn't had his hit yet this game. No, he is due, ladies and gentlemen, as here comes the first pitch. Fouled away, and it's 0-1. 267 now on the season. Again, a lot of people calling for him to be replaced maybe at the All Star break if he doesn't start hitting a little bit better. They're wanting something with this offense struggling as the 0-1 is in the dirts, and it's 1-1. As much as I think Hanwha would like to replace him, I don't think they can because they have to replace him with a center fielder. It can't just be another outfielder. Now, here comes the 1-1, and they check over on Kim Tae-yeon, who slides back in. When did this become a big thing? This whole when did this Florial sign become such a huge thing? As the 1-1 is crushed, but the center fielder in front of the warning track grabs it, and that will be one away. That brings up a Moon Hyun Bin. Yeah, like, yeah, I was like, w- why though? Why is it like, oh, we can't go to the stadium unless we've got a group of four to hold up our Florial signs? All righty, here we go. And that's a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. All righty, the 0-1 pitch sets up on the inside, not where you want to go. And he misses up, but it's fouled away, and it's 0-2. Good games all around the league, as the largest lead of the day is 2. All right, the 0-2 pitch. And a slapped foul stays 0-2. No way I'm reading that. All right, the 0-2 misses low and outside 1-2. This game is still the farthest along of all of them, as that's going to be a lifted into center field, drops right in front of the center fielder, and that's will be a 1-out single, moves them up into scoring position, and Hanwha is got runners at first and second with 1 out for their cleanup hitter. Oh, inside out swing just drops in front of the left or the center fielder. Throws behind the runner, almost gets him at seconds. But now you've got runners on first and second with Noshiwan, who has walked in his last 2 at bats. Hanwha has had 3 full counts on the day. They've all been walks, 2 of them by Noshiwan, as that is low and 1-0. Getting into a bullpen game against Hanwha is not what you want to do. Noshiwan, 267 on the season, lined out to right in his first at bats. Two walks in his second and third, as that is rolled over. Third baseman throws to second, and out at second, as that's going to go down as a 5-4 putouts. Moonyan Bin out over there. No Shiwan will take over at first now. I would have barely out at second. No Shiwan finally hustling down the line. Getting an out is a huge thing there, as now they've got two outs, and Cheon Sung steps in. Kim Tae-yeon over at third base, as they're trying to keep this a one-run game. Other important thing is it's talked about a lot by former players is the whole once you get to about the seventh inning, uh, and you have certain games going on, you need to hurry up. You don't want your pitcher sitting there for a long time. But obviously, here it's a 1-0 game. You would love to have some extra runs. Will they do the Little League double steal? They always have to watch out for that in the KBO, because the KBO pretends they are the Little League with bunts all the time and errors and misplays and pitchers that can't throw strikes. But here we go. Cheon Sung, 1 for 3 on the day, single in his first at bat. He has switched to the spectacles. He's put the sunglasses away as they set up on the outside, and it just barely gets a seam on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Huge inning here. And that is lifted, but wow. Thanks for showing us the actual ball going into the stands. Instead, we're just going to watch the players look at the ball. Yeah. Kids behind him are like, "Hey, man, why do you give me the ball?" All right. Hitting 500 in his career against Iroun, and that is in the dirts as Noshiwan heads on over to second base. All right, 1-2 pitch now. Runners on second and third. A single should score two. Now that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Throws over to first, and they leave another two runners on. They've left 10 on now as they continue to go hitless with runners in scoring position. Will come back for the bottom of or the top of the eighth as Ponce is one strikeout away from tying the KBO record. More ineptitude. 1 for 4 there with runners on base. They are now 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position on the day. They've left 10 runners on. No, SSG will have McBroom coming up. He is obviously everyone is 0 for on the day. KT just added a run in the top of the sixth to go up 5-2 against LG. And Lotte mounting a comeback. They've added a couple in the bottom of the sixth. They've added four in the bottom of the sixth. They still have runners on first and seconds with nobody out, too. As Lotte is mounting the comeback. All right, Ponce still out there. 97 pitches. You have to think that they're going to let him go until he wants to come out at this point. 16 strikeouts through 7 innings. He will. Everyone on the team has struck out at least once. Alrighty, here we go. As that apparently there was a strike during all of that, and that did he go around? He did, and it's 0-2. McBroom says, "No, I didn't go around. We'll check." The umpires apparently want to be part of history here. Not even going to show a replay, huh? I see how it is. All righty, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Did he go around? He went around, and that's going to be a strikeout to tie the record. All right, where can I find a strikeout, ladies and gentlemen? Where can I find a strikeout? Drop that one down. I got a special one for you here. Strikes out number 17 on the day with pitch number 100. Oh, he's crying. A little happy tears here from Ponce. All righty, ladies and gentlemen. We still got more of a game to play. It's only a 1-0 game right now. Ponce 11, 100 pitches so far on the day. This is where where's he going to be now? As that's fouled into the umpires. SSG is taking it out on the umpires, not appealing down to first base, I guess. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one either, but All right. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch lays off of it, and it's 1-1. He's now at 102 pitches. Again, I think the most he's thrown is 110. I don't know about his career, but his the last game against QM in 6 innings, he threw 110 pitches. As the 1-1 ripped foul, and it's 1-2. One more strikeout, and he will be the all-time single game leader. As another foul. 155. He's still throwing gas, ladies and gentlemen. He averages 151 on his fastball on the game or on the season. So still throwing 150, 155 with 104th pitch of the day. And that is a strikeout looking for the record, ladies and gentlemen. One more, and he will have the all time record as 18. He has the single season or the one game, the regular season record now. He has that, but the a playoff game, another pitcher, Sun Dong Yo, ended up throwing the also having 18 strikeouts, and that is a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. My strikeouts don't look pretty up there, but they're getting the job done, I guess, is the 0-1 in the dirt, and it's 1-1. 107 pitches now as Weiss looks on. Weiss should be starting the second game as the 1-1 is lifted into right field, and the right fielder dives, doesn't make the catch. Did not make the catch, ladies and gentlemen. The umpires are the 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 announcers are all yelling that he grabbed it. It was obvious that he didn't if you were watching the game. Love the efforts. That is the first hit of the day for Ponce. That's will they let him stay in is the question. You have to let him in the inning, right? As that is the first pitch of the day, and that's going to be a ground ball past the diving first and second baseman. He will go first to third, and again, Gene Young doing what he does and tries to throw him out. As that puts runners on the corner with 2 outs, and the number 9 hitter coming up. I have to think that they're going to pinch hit here. Two straight hits now as Ponce, 109 pitches. Runners on first and third, 2 outs. The number, again, I have to think they have a pinch hitter here. I would have to think Go Myung Jun would be pinch hitting. Nope, they're going to keep the catcher up. Shinbom Soo 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. And here comes the first pitch, is in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. That ties his season high, I believe. He is talking to himself, warming himself up, hyping himself up. All righty, here we go. The 0-1 pitch up high, and it's 1-1. And that's is now his most pitches, 111. The last 5 games, he has all thrown above 100 pitches now. I have a good idea what he was saying is that is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. All righty, the 2-1 pitch. That is lifted into left field over the left fielder's head, but he makes the catch, and that's. Oh, really? All right, that ends the top of the 8th. They leave 2 on as Ponce gets a standing ovation, and we will go to the the bottom of the eighth is again a very questionable decision there to let him bat. I am really surprised why they would let him bat there instead of Go Myung Jun. But they do, and we'll go to the bottom of the eighth. It's 1-0 to Hanwha. Hanwha will have oh, really? Is I was picking a different F word. As Lotte ties it up in the bottom of the sixth. They put up 5 runs in the bottom of the sixth. Oh, LG's down 6-2. Kia is still up 3-2. Samsung and Lotte tied at 5, and NC is up 2-1. But Kium has the bases loaded. Welcome, Daniel. You're come at the end of the record. So Kim Ganu will take over on the mound for SSG. No. They will send in their a bullpen guy. I mean, they only got to get 3 outs, right? All right, Eugene Young steps in and he looks at the strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Kim Ganu, one of the most used players, 20 games, 20 innings, 1 win, 2 losses, 2 holds, a 5.40 ERA. And that is ball 1-1. He is definitely not. He was done. He was gassed. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. Pops him up, center fielder under it. And that is 1 away. Daniel, did you check the description of this video? It's got the highlight video of the documentary. Finally, they put it up after I contacted them. That misses outside. I want to know. You can see Big Kiwi there too, as the 1-0 misses inside, and it's 2-0. They didn't have very much baseball stuff. Just a lot. Most of it's high. Oh, I love the high socks. As that is outside 3. I am a high socks player. I don't own another pair of. Actually, I do own 1 pair of long pants if I ever have to catch. As the 3-0 is up high and he walks him. He is on base for the 3rd time today. Which one? This game or the Kia game? 102 pitches, 8 Ks. Well, yeah. Did you see that Ponce set the record for Most strikeouts in a single game in the KBO. 18 strikeouts. All right, Che Jae Hoon steps in now. 297 on the season, RBI double in his second at bats. As he did he hit him? He says he hit him. Yeah, definitely. I was already reading stuff that they're the MLB scouts are already hanging out. Oh, no problem. Like I was, oh, they did get him again. JJ Hoon hit by another pitch. He is getting quite ridiculous at this. Yeah, Daniel, they didn't even know that it wasn't even up because mine was the 12th one. It was the last one of the season. Yeah, their pitching is really good. They're 1 through 4. They're 1 through 3. Obviously, Ponce, Weiss, and Jin are very good. Moondong Ju is kind of has the hiccups here and there. But their number 5 is now in the second league because he hasn't done anything. He was the kind of the ace for KT last year that they signed in the offseason. So both of their off-season signings are no longer even in the first team. So Wong Young Mook will step in. And they've got runners on first and seconds with just one out as they are. Yeah, the bullpen is the back end of the bullpen is really good. Pak Sang Wan, actually, you could say the last 4 guys: Pak Sang Wan, Kim Bum Soo, Han Sung Hyuk, and Kim Saw Hyun. The concern I would have from a baseball standpoint is the fact that Kim Saw Hyun is already thrown in 20 is on pace for like something like 93 games on the season. He is because Hanwha's offense is so bad that he's all the games are close. And Hanwha, their pitching is so good that the games are always going to be close. And so you got a guy that's never thrown as much as he's thrown now, already close to getting coming up to his career highs. That's the thing is it's a huge workload, and we'll take a little break here as we'll have a pitching change. It's a huge workload, and it's a huge workload for a guy that hasn't had that workload before. So if I look at Kim Saw Hyun, if I look at Kim Saw Hyun, he's 23 games already this season. Last year he pitched in 38, or sorry, not 38. He pitched in 37 games last season in the first league. So 38 and a third innings. He's thrown 21 and 2/3 innings this inning. Yeah. So and it's supposed to be in hotter summer than last year and a wetter summer than last year, which means you'll have more breaks, but that also means you're going to throw more innings. He did throw in like 20 games last year, 15 games last year in the second league, but 15 innings. So basically 50 innings total, and he's already halfway there. And we're, you know, basically a month and a half into the season. He ran out of gas last year. So, yeah, if I am a Hanwha fan or somebody interested in other forms of besides just watching baseball, that would be a huge concern for me because obviously they are a playoff team, but the big load on these bullpen guys is tough. So Pak Shi-hu steps in 9 games, 14 innings, one hold, 193 ERA. So another lefty now out on the mound as Wang Young Mook, and they throw over to second base. Ito Yoon is back in. Hanwha already left 10 runners on base today. They are, again, 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. And here comes the first pitch, is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. This game is going to get real slow. Kia added another run. They're up 4-2 now. I know I know James can't exactly be waiting and just easily relaxing with that that Kia bullpen. As here comes the 0-1 pitch, sets up on the outside, and that misses low, and it's 1-1. All the games are still going well today. And the 1-1 is going to be a ground ball. Shortstop tosses to the second baseman. The throw in time. 6-4-3 double play ends the inning. And once again, they go hitless with runners in scoring position. We'll go to the ninth inning. Out comes Kim Saw-hyun. Big double play there. Kim Saw-hyun should be coming out. I hate to get rid of all of my sweet strikeouts, but I guess you have to do it, right? All right, who's coming up? It should be they'll have the top of the lineup coming up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is 0 for 9 with 8 strikeouts. No, because it should be another good. It's going to be Weiss and Anderson. So I think it's going to be another really good game, especially since this game has been so close. Everyone is having to play the whole game. That the next game is going to be, pretty close. You can have the contrast. I'll be not watching. We're going to take one last look at the 18 strikeouts as I am going to erase it. Goodbye. All right, Kim Saw-hyun out there trying to save this game, a 1-0 game, as he faces Che Ji-hoon, and that's 156, and it's 0-1. 23 games, 21.2 innings, 1 loss, 1 hold, 12 saves, and a .83 ERA. He is a little wild. That's outside 1-1. He does have the best catcher in the league back behind the plate, though. As the 1-1 pitch outside at 2-1. All All righty, here comes the 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Kim Guan-hyun, a quality starts, 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, and gave up 1 run on 105 pitches. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. It is chopped, but's foul. Again, there are no extra innings on double header days. So this is the last inning, and no matter what, as here comes the 3-2 pitch. That is lifted into center field and it drops in front. And they will have another base runner or another hits as the leadoff hitter on base with a single. He can run also. Choi Ji-hoon, easily the best hitter on this team. Now you've got a runner on first that has some speed. You got a guy on the mound that is a little wild, and Pak Sung-han steps up. He bunts, but pulls it back, but it's in there for a strike. Well, it's got to end in the 9th anyway, though, because it's there's no extra innings. So I don't know. You wouldn't rather have a walk off? That guy looks like Kim Tae-yeon. There's a little somebody called time. I don't know who it was, but here we go. The 0-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, and it checks over. I wonder if that was a little sign. If anybody was watching, EJ Young or EJ Wan is holding the glove, and then he kind of flips it like that. I don't know if it's just because he was holding it for so long, but as soon as he did that, they tossed over to first base. As the 0-1 is grounded into his foot, and it's 0-2. Now, something to check on. Way outside. 1-2. Sorry, Mary Kate. As the 1-2 pitch. Way outside. 2-2. Ponce blocking the cameraman's. As here goes the 8 innings, 113 pitches, 2 hits, 18 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And he goes, but fouled away. Yeah, not a bad stat line, huh? And that is fouled away again. SSG did use their main relievers, though, just to keep this game at a 1-0 game. Hanwha, this is only their second pitcher of the day as the 2-2 is low. The throw, not in time, and he is on seconds, and you've got another full count. What's up, cool? Just in time. Oh, I didn't even see who was at shorts. Cool, you missed it. You missed all the action in the first parts. Record-setting game. As here comes the 3-2 pitch. As it's chopped and it gets through on the right side. Eugene Young will come up throwing. The throw home is in time and he is out by 1.5 miles. What an awful decision by the third base coach. What an awful decision by the third base coach. Good Lord. You can have a runner on first and second or first and third with nobody out and you send him? Wow. First and third, nobody outs with the number 3 hitter coming up who leads the entire KBO with 500 plus home runs, and you send him and he's out by 1 mile. What a stupid send by the third base umpire or the third base coach. Holy awful. As that is in there for a strike and it's 0-1. You could have first and third on with Che Jung at the plate. Che Jung is the all-time home run leader for the KBO. Why? Why would you send him there? What an awful send. I always talk about the players not understanding who's up and the exact situation they're in the KBO, but that is 100% on the coach. Shea Jung 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts, a 4-3 groundouts. And here comes the pitch, sets up away in the other batter's box. He throws it over there and he swings and misses. And now you've got 2 away for Hanwha Eagles. Good Lord. Was that an awful send? That was awful. Oh my. Wow. Wow. How do you send him there? All right. Hanwha Eagles, 2 for 3 in his career against Kim Hyun, and that is in the dirt. 1-0. You could the first 2 batters are up with singles. Lord, third base coach. All right, so the 1-0 pitch to Hanwha Eagles. Hanwha Eagles a walk, a strikeout, and a 4-3 groundout. As here comes the 1-0 pitch outside, and it's 2-0. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner. And it's 2-1. All right. The 2-1 pitch in the dirt. Did he go around? He did. And that's 2-2. All righty, the 2-2 pitch, runner on second, pitch number 22 of the game. But nope. All right, let's try this again. The 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, runner on second, pitch number 22 of the game. And nope, let's not. Let's try this again. Third time's a charm, right? All right. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, runner on second, pitch number 22 of the inning for Kim Saw Hyun. Sets up right down the middle and misses outside. And another full count, third full count of the day of the game for Kim Saw Hyun as he's now thrown 22 pitches. Hanyu Sam already with one walk on the day. As here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will end the game. Hanwha wins 1-0. Thank you, third base coach for SSG. Just when you get into the dugouts, just keep walking and go on back to Incheon. Wow. Unbelievable. That call by the third base coach. You don't like my new era hats? I would have a new era hat for every team, Mary Kate, if the teams actually had decent hats. But unfortunately, they don't. So no, I haven't checked anything yet. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Hanwha gets the win. Obviously, Ponce, an absolutely ridiculous stats. We'll get to that in just a second, though. Kim Kwon Hyun pitched really well. Also, 6 innings, 105 pitches, 5 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Gave up 1 run, but got no support. And then, again, the big thing is you have to talk about. Oh, oh no, I'm not buying season tickets. Hell no. I I had season tickets when they made the playoffs in 2018. So I have been a season ticket holder when they were good, when they were third in the league. So yeah, I'm not going back, and not with the current whole thing. They have no respect for the fans. None at all. Absolutely zero respect for fans. So, but I mean, honestly, when I thought Ponce was going to pitch well, obviously, but unbelievable game. 8 innings, 113 pitches. Didn't give up a hit until the 8th inning. Gave up 2 hits in the 8th inning. 1 walk, 18 strikeouts. Another shutout for him. In his last 5 games, he's given up 2 runs. Or sorry, his last 6 games, he's given up 2 runs. Only one of them earned. No, I can't do the double headers. I'll explain in just a bit. SSG had chances though. SSG really had chances. They had runners, on base in the eighth inning after he was kind of worn down a bit, and then they had runners. They had a runner on seconds, and they have a single that could put runners on the corner with nobody out, and the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. But the third baseman threw like the third base coach just awful. The worst play of the game obviously was right there with the third base coach. I mean, there's nothing you could possibly say that would make that a good decision. Not one. It wasn't. It was a easy single into right field. The right field wall is only 95 meters, so it's not something that is it's not a deep outfield. So it was a clean single. Uh, a couple diving players, but easily can get up. And Ejin Young has a really good arm. He is a very good arm for a right fielder. That's why he's in right field and not left. So he has a very good arm, and just no reason whatsoever to send the runner there. And it ended up costing them the game. So Hanwha, they get the win. Kim Saw-hyun comes in. He's again wild. 3 full counts in that inning, but gets the 2 strikeouts with the to close out the game. So Ponce gets the shutouts. He gets the regular season record with 18 strikeouts. He gets the foreigner record, which was 14. He now has that by himself, and he ties the record for most ever strikeouts in a game in the KBO. He is tied with the I want to say Song Dong Hyun or something like that. Song Dong Yeol, I believe, is the pitcher who struck out 18 during a playoff game. So Hanwha gets the win, a much needed win for them. LG is down 7-4 in the top of the eighth. So elsewhere, Lotte and Samsung are tied 5-5 in the bottom of the eighth, and NC is up 3-2 against Kium, but Kium is threatening at the points that they got runners on first and second with 1 out in the top of the eighth, and then Kia is up 4-2, and they've got a runner on second in the bottom of the eighth also. So pretty big day for Hanwha. A win will, as long as the LG game takes the same path that it is now, they'll be within 1 game. And Hanwha also should have Weiss versus Anderson. I believe should be the next game. I believe 40 minutes from now, so about 5:40ish Korean time. I will not be streaming. Yeah, no extra innings on doubleheader days. I am not going to do a second game. The reason why I don't do the second games is because it usually takes me about an hour to set up a game. So a 3-hour game takes me about 4 hours, but I have to do it very, very quickly. And last week I streamed a second game. A lot of people asked for a second game, but nobody even watched it hardly. Most of the time it was just 2 people watching at a time. So I'm not doing double headers. The only time I will do a double header is if it's like a 2 o'clock game and then a 5 o'clock game that is scheduled for 5. That's not part of a double header. I just don't like. It just takes so much time, and it just kind of physically and mentally draining. Listening to Korean for 6, 7, 8 hours trying to translate. So yeah, no double headers. I will be back tomorrow. The plan is tomorrow. Samsung versus Lotte is the plan, because I believe that's going to be Lee Seung-hyun versus Davison for Lotte. So tomorrow I will stream whichever game has the best pitching matchup, whether it's SSG and Hanwha, whether it's KT, LG, whether it's Doosan, Kia, or Samsung versus Lotte. Whichever one of those games has the best pitching matchup, that's the game that I will stream. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, same time at 2 o'clock game. Uh, so I'm going to announce those of you that are still hanging out in here. I'm going to Mary Kate. You still in the top? You still in the vertical, Mary Kate's? Uh, so I'm going to tell you guys something. I'll announce officially in a little bit. This month will be my last month streaming full time. After this month, I will be starting at a new school, which means I will no longer be streaming during the week. I will only be able to stream on the weekends because I won't finish until after the games have already started. So I will still be streaming on the weekends, but this is my last month streaming during the week. So make sure you guys check in for any of the games, the weekday games. So I will still, again, I'll still be doing on the weekend games, but it'll help me have a little bit more free time. But I'll try to do my other stuff to help anybody out that is wondering about the KBO. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock for one game. I'm not sure what it is. Thank you, Daniel. So thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, until next time.